This is KB and welcome to Minecraft 1.13. This is episode 12 and things aren't going that well. In the last episode we tried to build a new tree cutting machine, a better tree farm, and I realized that I need slime, sticky pistons for that to work. So I tried to make a slime farm, which I'll go show you in a second, which did not produce any slime so far, and it's been a couple of hours that I've hanged around in that area. So I thought I'd remove torches and we can make some lanterns and place those in there so there's more spawning space, and didn't get far with that, but still no slime. But at least I made a small pumpkin farm. Again, it's one of Mumbo Jumbo's designs, which I'll link in the description, but here's a little time lapse of how to build it. Quickly take you down to the supposed to be slime farm, which didn't produce anything. Show you how deep I went with it. And I'll probably hang around a little bit longer to see if it does spawn any slimes. You can see how I placed the lanterns, the jack-o'-lanterns. I'll still hang around a little bit longer to see if I can get some more spawning. I even came down here to level 12 to open some space and see if anything spawns. I don't think these are actually spawn chunks then, because I used, is it chunk base? There's an app you can use to find slime chunks, and I think it's not been updated to 1.13, so much work. And it's not giving me slime, but I can always convert this into a mob farm. That's what I thought. It's not the best location for a mob farm, but I don't want to waste the space, so I could do something like that. I'll still keep it for a while, make some more jack-o'-lanterns and get them in and see if I get any spawns. But what I realized doing all of this work manually is that it absolutely sucks, and we have to get a beacon, and that's what I want to try to do. We are starting the journey to a beacon. Maybe it takes one episode, maybe it takes more, but we have to get that out of the way. So, obviously, in order to get the beacon, no you don't. In order to get the beacon, we have to come to the nether, and I'm doing a test now to see if it lags, and it looks better than it was. But we need to find a fortress so that we can find some wither skeletons and get their skulls. Because we have to spawn a wither to slay him and get a nether star so we can make the beacon. So here is the fortress. And it's time to go exploring. I've turned down my volume, but the ghost is still so loud. Let's get into this, dude. I only brought my iron pick. You can see the lag over there. So I'm gonna explore this and I'll bring you back whenever I find any good things. I did a little bit of a scout to see what's going on, and I brought you back so we can open some chests, because there are some chests here. We can see what we get. Gold, diamonds, good, some armor. You know what, let's remove the chest so we know we collected them, and then I'll place some torches so I can see where I went. Do we? Let's not start this way because there's another chest on the other side. Get some nether wart later on. Is there anything this way? Nope. We go this way. obsidian and some horse armors. I explored around the Nether Fortress for a little bit, and I think I fixed my lag problem. But then I encountered some blaze spawners. There's two that's very close to each other, so for farming that's going to be brilliant. But I saw that I'm not prepared for any battles or any things, so I'm here at my spider spawner, my XP grinder, and I'm just going to be collecting some XP, make some books, get some enchantments going before I go back to the Nether, where we can look for some more wither skeletons. And we can spawn at the Wither Boss to get the Nether Star, but I'm thinking it's gonna be quite the journey to get to that point. But what I'm gonna do now is just going to get some more XP, and this thing is so slow. But it's what I have now. I'll have to use it for now. You know what? I realized that the projects we're trying to do is way out of my league. So it's gonna take a long time for me to finish all of these projects. So I decided just to bring it back, to reel it in. I still want to go for the beacon, but it's gonna take us some time and some setup to do it. What I realized is that the spider XP grinder, the XP farm, is way too slow. And then I remembered that if you throw anything in the furnace, it keeps the XP. You can use XP there as well. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna collect some kelp, and we're gonna make a automatic kelp farm, which then gets thrown into a furnace, which get cooked up, and it becomes dried kelp. And then I can get XP from that, and it will create fuel, so I can put fuel back into the system. So then I'll have the spider farm on the one side, and right next to it I'll have the kelp farm, XP kelp farm, and hopefully that will speed things up. But yes, that's gonna mean that this is probably just a setup episode to get to the Nether, to get the Nether Star for the beacon. So it might take us 2, 3, 4 episodes to get the beacon, but I'm gonna use the time, I'm not gonna rush it, and we're just gonna do it properly, get some small projects going that will help us to get the beacon. So, the main goal is get a beacon, so let's get things in place that will help us to get to the beacon. I found that it's actually, not that difficult to get a lot of kelp. You just slice them at the bottom, and then it all goes to the top, and then at the top, ooh, have to breathe. Just jump in a boat and you collect it, and I actually collected a lot of it very quickly. But while I was doing this, I saw that down here, it looks like a ruin. Is it called a ruin? But I'm thinking we should check it out. Just looking for a chest. There is a chest. Quickly. Spawn the things in the chest, dude. Dealing with some lag. I'm drowning. That's a little bit annoying. I guess the things in the chest still needed to spawn. Now I'm gonna have a ton of lag the whole time. And there's a dude behind me. Just let me get things in the chest. It's not gonna work. I'm gonna lag and I'm gonna die. I don't even need all of it. Get out of there. Get out of there. Stupid lag. Okay, we are back at the spider spawner. And I think I've got everything I need. I might need some... I think I've got everything I need. So I'll show you how to build this Kelp XP farm. And I'm building it at a place where I can expand it that way if I need to expand it more. But what you'll do is, on this row, I'll have the kelp, which will grow. Then we need something to slice it, so I'm gonna have 10 for now. The pistons will slice it, and then obviously we need something to trigger the slice action, so we'll have observers pointing in that direction. I'll add in the redstone later on. And then let me just clear out this space. So now we have observers. It will detect the kelp when it grows up there, which then should trigger the pistons to slice the kelp, and the kelp will then flow with water into hoppers, into the furnaces, into a chest, and the furnaces, I'll be able to stop them to grab the XP, but we'll get to that. So let me now just figure out the redstone for this. I think I have the redstone figured out. So you'll get a signal from the observer that will go into the redstone line, which then you insert with repeaters into the piston. I'll probably need to extend this signal over here. I'll have to extend the signal somewhere so that it reaches all of the pistons. But we'll just hook this up, and then I'll take it around this side as well. Is that all of it? Yes. It's working. They're all fire, and it was way easier than I thought. Just have the redstone repeaters going into the pistons, and then the redstone line just goes into the observers. I think when I extend it that way, it might give me a problem, but then I'll just leave a space here, and then have 10 more, leave a space, have 10 more, I'll do something like that. Now what I need to do is I need to fill this section up with glass. I could use other blocks, but I'll use glass so that I can protect the inside. And then I'll just need to close off all the circuitry. And I'm guessing I can do this. And that's it. That is the redstone side of it. Now I just need... You know what? This height was wrong. I'll just have to work with it. I should have raised this by 3 blocks so that it aligns with the floor over here. I'm not going to do that now. I'll just adjust the floor. I think I have this figured out. The kelp will be over here, it grows, it gets triggered by the system, it gets sliced off, flows water. In this space we will have hoppers going into this chest that collects the kelp. From this chest we'll have hoppers that will go into a furnace, and then at the bottom of the furnace we need hoppers again to take it into a chest, which will be the final product. That makes sense, right? That should do it for the collection system. Everything will be collected in the hoppers. These shouldn't be, it's just a way for me to get in. It'll go into the chest. From there, it will go into the furnaces, and then it will go into the bottom chest once it's been processed. Now, we need to add the water, which might take a second. But I'll do this first, and I need lighting in here, otherwise things will spawn and I don't want that. But yes, we'll add the water, and then from there should be good. No, 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 no. 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 That should do it for the water, so all we need to do now is to add in the kelp. I'll have to take it all the way to the top. Can I even? And there's the first example, because now I have to make all of these source blocks. But then the system is up and running once all of these are source blocks. Then I should just wait and see if it's worth anything. I see I'm gonna have to remove the block up here, otherwise we'll have things stuck up there. At least it's easy to make source blocks by just using the kelp itself. There we go. Okay, let's just remove this one block. I'm thinking I'll remove more until... Yes, that's the spot. And that's it. That is the kelp farm set up. So now, I need to make it pretty though. I'm not gonna do it in this episode. But now we can just... Nothing should spawn in there. Glass it off. And then I brought some of that just to kickstart it. Where's my kelp? So I just had to make a minor adjustment by letting the hoppers go straight down, because otherwise nothing goes into the furnaces. And there you can see it's going in, so we'll just kickstart it with some coal. And that should smelt down, and you should see it coming into the large chest. Give it a second. Does it? There we go. So I just need to make this pretty. But at least now we have the spider XP grinder with a kelp farm right over here. And hopefully this speeds things up a little bit. I don't think it's going to be that much, but hopefully a little bit. But that being said, that's going to have to do it for this episode. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.